no sir. No sir, no sir, no sir. No make back, but I ain't got a chauffeur. I'm in it for the bread, put you in a toaster. Hey, yes sir. Got a little older, was a young flexer. You know that it's a go, cause my jacket checker. Pop one pill, but it's a double decker. Yes sir. I ain't talking schools, I'm waiting on a transfer. Send a pussy boy to meet my ancestors. Put up on the block is hot flaming Chester. Yes sir. I just flew a bitch in from Manchester. They took me to jail, I should've smacked the arrestor. Talk about the car flexing like Sylvester. No sir, no sir. Bitches put up in an I-8 roaster. Sure cost too much, told that bitch no sir. Ain't no fucking crying on my fucking shoulder. $100 steak and I don't like the texture. You can die today, just scratch out yesterday. Diamonds in my ring, money like a wrestler. Took away the good, it was a good gesture. Bitch, your wheel bulletproof, I'll be the tester. Test that shit out like a damn semester. All up in the club, had to change the weather. Put that bitch out, she's probably seeking shelter. They asked me what I want, I said I want forever.
She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I get smoked already so hard in my blunt is. I see guys pretty faces so I got trouble trusting. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. No crib talk come through, it's time to break it in. 32 like my pants size, cause the niggas try breaking it. No condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had the poppers from the Ricky, ain't the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. First time we did it, but I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said take your time, what's the rush? Take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. She said take your time, what's the rush? I said baby I'm a dog, I'm a man. I'm a dog, I'm a man.
Alright y'all, so we made it out here in New York City, made it to HYROX. Energy in here crazy, a lot of athletes in here. We over here checking out some of the stations. We got the burpee broad jumps right here. I think it's there's a mixed doubles group going right now. Hopefully the thunder hold off. They said if it end up thunderstorming, they're gonna cancel the rest of the event and you're gonna get a full refund. Hopefully it hold off, man, and we get the dog competition. Halo been giving us a run for our money, right? I feel like me and Pop's going, you feel me? Feel like we're gonna do our thing. All right, y'all, so if it was one station I was most worried about, it would be this one right here, man, the walking lunges. Back knee gotta touch the ground. You feel me? This is a little bit later on in the race, I think. So at this point, you tired, legs gas, quads feeling crazy. So yeah, them walking lunges might get a little bit sticky, but we're gonna do what we're supposed to do. You got something to say? Dad, dad. Say dad, dad. Say go dad, dad, go pop, pop. Like these is no joke, man. The good thing is the weight not too heavy. 30 kilograms. So the weight not crazy, but you know, them walking lunges, they're hurt with body weight. So you feel me? Still excited though. We're gonna do what we came to do. Dad. Shout out my boy Miles, man. Hundo P Running Club. You know we out here representing. So I'm here to bring y'all the message that I was really hoping I did not have to bring y'all. So what y'all kinda heard from my dialogue at the HYROX competition, my race got canceled. Not delayed, not postponed, canceled. So the race was in New York, as you guys know. And the weather was showing signs of rain, possible thunder, possible lightning, but not until 10 p.m. And my race just so coincidentally happened to be at 10 p.m. You feel me? So I believe it was about a 30% chance is what it was saying. And I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic, like, all right, the rain gonna hold off, or at least the thunder, you know what I'm saying? So they were saying on that social media that, the rain wouldn't stop us from being able to compete, only the lightning and the thunder, you know what I'm saying? So cool, I'm like, so even if it rained, we'll still be able to compete, long as the thunder hold off, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So you seen, we were at the HYROX, we were in the, atmosphere was crazy, the energy was crazy, man, people was competing, saw a lot of great competition, saw a lot of great athletes. Man, Pops was out there, Kenya was out there, we had Halo out there. My homegirl Kiki pulled up, she was out there. Come to find out, a couple people from the gym pulled up, they was gonna surprise me. So they pulled up out to New York to support me and Pops in our competition. So we out there, we vibing, man, enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the energy. It's very, like, it started to drizzle very, very, very lightly. You know what I'm saying? And the venue was like it was an outdoor venue. It did have like a rooftop situation, but it was open. You feel me? So you could feel like the rain droplets coming down, but it was very light, like, not really concerning. But it was like, all right, just hopefully, it don't really start to pick up, and then, like I said, hopefully there's no lightning, no thunder. So I believe we got there around maybe like 7. We checked in, like I said, we got inside, we vibing, watching competitions. We starting to fuel up a little bit more on the electrolytes, getting ready for the race. So it get up to about 9 o'clock, right? And like I said, at this point, it's like a very light drizzle, nothing, concerning. And, Pops break out the Celsius, takes the Celsius down. I'm about to crack my Celsius, start sipping on that, as we get ready for, our 10 o'clock race time. Just past 9 o'clock, the DJ, start the music, get on the mic. Like, I got a very important message. Like, I need everybody to listen up. So I'm like, damn, it's not sounding good. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything was leading towards, them, canceling our event or whatever, postpone or whatever, they was going to do. So the DJ gets on a mic and he like, our athlete safety is our number one priority. So this 9 o'clock race is going to be our last race, and any groups after 9 o'clock, those races will be canceled. I swear you can hear like a pin drop out there. You feel me? Because you seen like everybody, like you seen the doubles teams like getting ready. You see the excitement. You feel me? Everybody got their matching, the teams got their matching fits on and stuff like that. Everybody breaking out the new shoes. They getting fueled up with the, electrolytes. They stretching, they jogging around. The atmosphere is real. You know what I mean? One of them type atmospheres. And he said that, and it was like, it crushed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, we done came all the way here to New York. Mind you, New York is not that far from Maryland, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, we took a bus out there to New York. You feel me? 3 hour ride. Not to mention my daughter was going crazy for about an hour that ride. She wasn't feeling well, so we had to, get her some medicine. We got out there to New York. That made the ride tough. But nonetheless, I'm like, yeah, we rode all the way out here, man. We prepared, we trained, we paid our money just to show up and have our event canceled. Like I said, man, Pops here. I'm talking about like soon as the DJ like finished, saying what he had to say, Pops was taking his last sip of the Celsius, like finish the joint. You feel me? Like killed the Celsius. So now he you feel me, fueled up, ready to go. And we ain't got nothing to, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, our race was scheduled for 10 p.m. and we weren't staying the night in New York. So our bus back home, the only one that kind of made sense for us to schedule was the 2 a.m. bus ride back home. So at this point, it's 9 p.m. We don't leave till 2 a.m. We amped up off the caffeine and carbs and electrolytes, and we don't even get the race. Like it's everything was just like bad. You know what I'm saying? And then Kane like, yeah, see if you can, change the reservation for the bus, see if they got an earlier time for us to go home, so we at least not stuck out here till 2 a.m. Because originally we was probably gonna be done with the competition 11:30, 11:40. We still kind of in the venue, like, you know what I mean, taking in the moment, all that good stuff. We probably wasn't gonna leave out of there until after 12. So it was like, at least, it wouldn't have been as bad, that 2 a.m. Takeoff to come back home if we was able to do the competition. But now that we couldn't do the competition, it's 9 p.m. and we got to host at 10, 11, 12, 1. That's 5 hours before we get to go home. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy. But luckily, I was able to move our reservation from 2 a.m. to 10 p.m. You feel me? So on the bright side, you know what I'm saying, we was able to get home a lot earlier and we didn't have to stick around till 2 a.m., before we was able to catch the bus home. So walk back to the bus stop, man. We was trying to find a bright side, think positive, about the whole situation. So what they ended up doing as far as our tickets and everything for the HYROX, so the people whose race was canceled, you had the option of either doing the 6:40 p.m. race on Sunday. You feel me? Mind you, our race was Friday. They said on Sunday, we could participate at the 6:40 p.m. race. That wasn't an option for us because we wasn't about to come back out there. And I can only imagine the people that travel, the HYROX is a huge event, a huge, huge event. People traveling from all across the world. You know what I'm saying? You got people from other countries that's, getting hotels, they getting flights, they paying for, just paying for travel to eat and all that good stuff. So like, I really feel for them. But anyway, we were like, we're not about to come back out here Sunday, even though, we do want to participate in the HYROX, but they said we have that option. And if you, don't choose that option, then you get a full refund. And then you also get a free entry into next year's New York City HYROX event. So that's what we're going to end up going with, man. So yeah, we rode the bus back home, got home like 1 a.m. It was a very uncomfortable bus ride home. I don't even know if Pop slept the whole time because he was off the Celsius. I was able to get some sleep, but it was so uncomfortable. Now, I'm upset I didn't get to do HYROX. You feel me? I was looking forward to doing it with my dad. And then for me personally, I was excited to participate in this event as a hybrid athlete. I feel like it kind of solidifies me as a hybrid athlete. So I was very, disappointed about not being able to compete. I was really looking forward to it. But so there are other HYROX races coming up, but they're not until later this year in November. And they are in Chicago and Dallas. So I'm going to look into those races. Don't know, what the verdict is on that yet. I'm going to look into them, and hopefully I'll be able to participate. I'm definitely doing one next year in New York, but like I said, man, I definitely want to get in there before next year, because next year, it's a long time. And for HYROX, man, now, I know, like, the weather conditions are out of everybody's control, but I do think it was some things they could have done to avoid being put in this position, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure some other venues we could have chose. I'm not sure how the venue selection process happens, but being the event is so big like this, you don't want to run into those weather issues because you're going to upset a lot of people. Like I said, my situation was bad, me and my dad's situation, but you have people that traveling from all around the world. You know what I'm saying? We was able to catch a 3-hour bus ride in the same day, go out there, come home. But you got people who spend thousands of dollars, travel across the country, across the world. They there for a week at a time. So I do think HYROX dropped the ball on that part. And then not to mention, y'all, it didn't even thunder. It didn't even thunder. It didn't lightning. It barely rained. You feel me? So that's just a double whammy. Like, not only did our stuff get canceled because of, you know, potential lightning and thunder, they said it was definitely going to happen. But it didn't even thunder or, like, you feel me? On the Instagram, you know, they were saying, like, all right, rain or sunshine, we getting it in. You feel me? So I'm like, cool, even if it rain, we still gonna compete. You feel me? But it didn't end up going down like that. It canceled due to potential thunder and lightning, and it didn't even thunder and lightning. So the whole experience was just, it was ruined. But like I said, trying to keep a positive outlook, man. Got into great shape. I ran more than I've ever ran. And I'm going to just keep this up. This not, you know, just like a one-time thing. It's not just preparing for HYROX and then fall off after that. This is, you know, a lifestyle. So I'm going to just keep that going. Prepare for whatever else is to come. You know, I'm definitely entering more races, more competition. I'm actually doing a 10-miler next weekend. So I'm going to definitely get into that in the next videos. Yeah, man, that's my HYROX experience. And I'm sorry it wasn't what y'all hoped it would be. Definitely wasn't what I hoped it would be. But we're going to be back, man. And like I said, now it's time to prepare for the 10-miler we got coming up next week. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Stay locked in, like I say, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Interact with the content. We hit 1,000 subscribers, man, so I appreciate y'all. You feel me? We'll keep running it up. I'm going to keep sharing this content with y'all, sharing this lifestyle, man, this hybrid lifestyle, this running, this lifting, and then everything else in between. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going to catch y'all next time, man. Y'all stay strong. We out of here.